Dave, you see, if you followed Alan's campaign, for me, I don't know who advised him. I don't know the question Parker Wilson asked him. They didn't upload the full interview. But Dave, I've said this before. His public interviews are worrying. He gets triggered easily.
You know why? I can answer that question easily.
Why?
He has a lot of pain.
Okay.
He has a lot of pain. After Kufuor, was leaving office, when they had about 17 people vying for the flag bearership at Legon, the assurances, he's pained.
I'll leave it there then.
He's pained.
I don't want to wait for that.
Former President Kufuor, 2 days ago, he's clearing his mind, said, Dr. Bawumia is the best man to lead this country. Or he's a man of destiny.
Yeah.
Relationship with the former President Kufuor. Say, we Emma will chances to become a president. It diminishes because Obama mujide than you.
Where Sabi, you see, Akoko to Kushia Nipem, bedroom. President Kufuor or penny, mean per se, make my family said, move for a crowd, no, preoccupy. Mean per se, make BB in public nature. But the way Obomu say, and who Susasono, Sebi, it has created a big blot on his political career. Once they say them for a kikan mom kagenzino. Why me
blot on his political career?
Now they won't nipa didn't attempt Sabi Opia when you distinguished career in politics, Opia respect you. I then a fay would do work with Semu, I feel Opia to me and can't be Biantiano, but the American say, no of no. Do I and because idea wo ye na enye no wo ye panyina wo ye no bi ka cho se over idea wo ye nya e se wo jai efiseti o wo ye ti
he feels so oshomo yina osho ka ho a but me the right he's been there before
ti paka me sabi me force me say dia me ka 17
I'm just looking at the relationship for no
me dey make ka say
now
wonu ananim jeje okeka sansemi. Me say President Kufuor, me to me and explaining. Say President Kufuor say, Bawumia anama hama. Onimye nyina na me. No. Na any even worse cry. Even worse still, President Kufuor say Bawumia. Oh, say ko kan say bia o ye panyin. Oh, ba ekopre ayi agonya. A year juma and I'm a pen. But the moment you make a judgment, it's the best, it's better than everybody. Sabi, tell me, say, you are and yet, on the meeting, every say, he knows to say, it is not true.
Oh, you know,
I am telling you, say, I am saying, that's what ye may say, what was up on Tiakra, Kofan country. Kofa Kachan said, President Kofa say, no, Bawumia won him Davin, Kofa ni free, won him Bawumia, it was Bawumia, it was he's the best person for him. I'm challenging President Kofa. Say, what a Juma paying at say, I may say, on the Kofa no buy. And I'm a dear Juana Bawumia, dear Juana Bawumia a year before. Also, Jajo BT. Nipa miensa me fancy 3 top career ana wo de ato ayiso nseniani so what I say dia Juana Bawumia ye before also ko fan by we so ko read the paper bi wo baby ana enu na ye gina so e de be ka say nipa no be the president fast forward wa ba mu my minister under your government. So what I say. Answer na me ba minister no kra no bono. Onu ankasa nim my worth. So what I say. President Kufuor answer me be minister. Say na o peso gina supie so kase onim Alan worth and onim adwuma maya. So what I say. Eso onu ara me to be ka wo.
You wish you had endorsed because of comedy
they make onu timi kase or what about 70% or even more of the policy in your Ifriala.
Oh, I see.
For can be on fancy. And let me say, I said, or cocasem, and my fame for attack no. Or can you so this you?
Yeah.
Anna, tear them, you can you. Native terms.
Yeah.
But what come any party?
The anger is misplaced, David. I think that we just need to tell him the truth. David, anytime.
And I think it's too late.
It's not even belated.
It's not about the time.
It's not about the time. And I think that it just. You see, David, anytime this Alan Bawumia thing comes, I give you a famous example. David, there's a gentleman in South African history called Peasley Kai Kaseme. When you look at the ANC, Mandela wasn't part of the who the bookmakers stick to be the one to lead South Africa out of apartheid and oppression. He wasn't part of it, but history and events made it so. Right, history and events made it so. So sometimes
only this one, it looks like some hands were twisted. I think that is why he spewed.
No.
Like I do understand completely.
You know when you entered the studios, you remember what I said to you?
Yeah.
You remember what I said to you when you entered the studios? If it had flipped,
yeah,
would he have spoken like that?
And I said that
aside
was subjective.
aside from that, he says Kufuor what is a statesman and should not speak like this. We all know Kufuor, is an MPP person. I don't think Kufuor would endorse any other person outside the NPP.
Exactly the point I'm making. That
I don't think Kufuor would ever endorse anybody outside the NPP.
What was Mr. Echamatin expecting? That President Kufuor will
we have
leave
seen
the
former President Kufuor attend party programs where he's even interviewed and asked questions about Bawumia, and the responses he's given about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
In his defense, I would say the platform that Kufuor was using at that time, he was, the nation's father speaking to us,
Leo,
not as a political figure.
This is not the first time. If my memory is David, if I'm wrong, correct me. Is this the first? Is it not the same Kufuor who are UPSA said Bawumia is a man of destiny? So he's been saying this. I'm surprised he's reacting now. Is it because maybe he feels that this is a further blow to his campaign? Does he feel that the persistent or consistent admonishment and endorsement of Bawumia by President Kufuor is a stab in the back? Yes, I have sat here and said that. I agree, Mr. Chairman, that some of the things that happened and what the party made him endure and go through was uncalled for. For a founding member of the party, that was unnecessary. In fact, Kwabena Japan has suffered same, right? So that's uncalled for. But this blasting of President Kufuor is out of place. One, Kufuor is the only surviving former president of the MPP tradition.
Yeah.
Kufuor came from the stock of the MPP. So I'm surprised that when it's like saying that if Mr. Rawlings President Rawlings was alive and he was endorsing Mahama, why should anybody be surprised? Say Busitano, be surprised because you've left the party. So certainly it is only natural that you will support. I don't know why David is giving them a serious laugh.
It's only natural. At one point in time, former President Rawlings had his own issues with the NDC. The babies were sharp teeth and all that. So some people may raise a bit of eyebrows based on what Eugene is saying. But it will not be too much of a surprise if he endorses it.
Exactly.
It won't be too much of a surprise. But for President Kufuor, we know how much the MPP means to him. I'll be surprised if President Kufuor can come out and say, vote for somebody else aside from an MPP presidential candidate.
Exactly.
I'll be very surprised.
No, he won't say that. But at least he can be silent on it a little bit.
Like I was saying,
silent how? I'm not. Is it President Kufuor?
It's an election that we're going into.
Dave, I think that Leo is not getting us. You see, President Kufuor is not Archbishop Gabriel Angelina Pamabakil. He's not Archbishop Pamabakil. He's not Archbishop Duncan Williams. He's not Dagwood Mills. He's MPP's president, former president. He's an elder. When you take Hakman Osuajiman, right, who is the chair of the neck of MPP, I mean, he's a top guy. So for me, I think that Mr. Chairman, because David, what if you look at the posturing, it was bad. It was bad. We shared that with our
felt like he wanted to say more, but he was. No.
You see,
but I'm hoping that I'm expecting to hear a response from.
No,
Dr.
I don't think Kufuor will do that.
No, I'm not Kufuor. No, I'm saying Dr. Bawumia.
I don't think he will do that.
Dr. Bawumia. No, they've been jabbing each other. I mean, NDC Mahama will jab, Bawumia also jab. So maybe I'm just hoping that I'll hear a jab from Dr. Bawumia.
No, but did you notice Bawumia ever jabbing Alan?
So
No,
far,
no,
yeah, he has never done that.
No.
This one wouldn't to me will be the one.
Yeah,
who will
no proper. They will just unleash the wound to me.
But one thing I can also say is this: they should be mindful of the utterances they make around such times.
Oh, he won't come back.
No.
The way Alan has gone, he won't come back.
Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. But because I say this because you see, Kojo Bonsus and Co, when they were vying for the presidential candidature, we know the kind of things they said. Even Kennedy Japan and all that. And we have sat in here, we said before, that some of the things you say can be used by your opponent against you. So some of the things he said about, let's say, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia right now, an opponent can pick it up and make use of it.
Dave.
We've got total recall coming, but that will be after this message you say, Eugene.
Dave, you see, if you followed Alan's campaign, for me, I don't know who advised him. I don't know the question Parker Wilson asked him. They didn't upload the full interview. But Dave, I've said this before. His public interviews are worrying. He gets triggered easily.
You know why? I can answer that question easily.
Why?
He has a lot of pain.